Yeah, we come here every Saturday and we pray Jah in a reggae style. Yeah, man. Big up. Africa, Wagwan. Ras and Gambe, my friend. Zambia, Wagwan, man. South Africa, bless it.
Come, let us glorify. I listen, I see, I name, love to sing praise.
Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it, and them is saved. Sing! Sorrowing and mourning, cause many did go to bed last night, and before the morning the dust them bites. I cried, I had no shoes, until a man with no legs came to borrow my farm tools. In all things give thanks unto the name of the Most High, and be relieved with a gentle sigh. Aile, aile, aile. To your name we speak, Aile. Sure.
Yeah, man. Yes, man. Yeah. Today is another day that the Lord has made, and me believe in Jah, me believe in the Almighty, you know. The man created everything upon earth, the sun, the moon, and the stars, you know. So every man, me chant his psalm, you know, me call upon Jah, and the man talk back to me, you know. Only a stiff-necked fool say in my heart, there's no God. Yeah, you have to know. Yeah, the man live it, you know, him rule it, and I acting wally. Yes, man, they respect the man. Yes. Wagwan, Germany. Sister in Patience, Sister in Cynthia, Wagwan. Yeah, Abuche him to say. I'm sure you're watching. Yeah, my family. Yeah, my Bernice, Wagwan, Jack. I'm sure you're in Texas right now. Yeah, you took a trip. Yeah, Brenda, Bianca, Brittany. Good morning. Yeah, we have a very smart guy here today, Mr. Henry Mensah. Yeah, he took upon himself, took his time to come here and talk to us and educate us about taxes. I've been in the dark for years, you know. I never thought I had to. I had to talk to a specialist to do my taxes. I thought it was something you go out there and everybody can just, you know, scramble and scribble and do it for you. And today we're going to be educating ourselves with Mr. Henry Mensah. Yeah, so thanks for taking your time to come.
You're welcome.
Okay, how's your ball? Good?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So this is more of you educating us. It's not an interview because you're smarter than me. So, okay. I've seen you got lots and lots of degrees. Let me pull it here and go because it kind of overwhelms me. Let me bring this here so I can see it. Oh my goodness. CPA. What is CPA?
So CPA is a certified public accountant.
Public accountant. Okay. Huh. And CGMA. My goodness. What's that?
It's a certified chartered management accountant.
Chartered. Wow. EA. What's that? That's my initials.
That's an enrolled agent by the IRS.
Holy Jesus. MBA. I think I know MBA, but you still have to tell me. Some people don't know.
Masters of Business Administration.
Business Administration. I thought it was Masters of Oh, you see, I'm messing it up. I was going to say Bachelors of Arts. Well, cool. And then MST. What's that?
Masters of Science in Taxation.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. People, yeah. If you have any questions, as we go, I mean, like we do every Saturday, you can call, just text me. Let me know if you have any questions, text me. You can go to Facebook or go to my website, consciousvibes.com. The vibes is VYBZ. Or you can go to YouTube, search for Conscious Gong with the Reggae Ambassador or Conscious Vibes. Or Facebook, go to Facebook or YouTube. Okay. Wow. So what made you decide to go into accounting? I mean, do you like the math or just?
Naturally, I'm good in math. And also, when I was back in college, it was one of the very few specialties people were going in it.
Oh.
So okay. I kind of figured that if I can get it and I graduate, I'll be able to get a job.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's good. Because, I'm good in math too, but some accounting terminologies, I couldn't handle it when I was, so I went into engineering. I mean, I did the physics and all that, but it just, I love, doing math, but I couldn't. Yeah, I just couldn't. Maybe my brain was using just one side of it. So I respect you for, getting up there like that. So one good question I want to ask you, do you do individual taxes or it has to be a big company? Because I heard when people somebody told me, Henry is up there. You can't go there and do your taxes. You got to go somewhere. This guy is huge. You got to have a big company. Is that true?
So I do individual taxes, but I don't really, because I'm a CPA.
Yes.
So CPAs tend to be very expensive. So because I'm a CPA, the average Joe cannot afford
you.
So when that is the case, I tend not to prefer individual taxes unless they have a problem. They have an IRS, they have a litigation support. In terms of valuation or something like that, then I can come in and then help. But typically, I prefer it and I concentrate on business taxes. That
makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so so I heard right. Somebody told me. You got to you got to have some big problems, like you're saying, to come to Henry. That's good, I've heard about accounting process. What is that accounting process? What is it?
Accounting, I always tell people, look at all the different professions of the world. And I always ask 3 questions to people when I meet them. I ask them, when you are sick, where do you go?
Your doctor.
Your doctor. When you have a case in court, who do you go to see?
Lawyer.
When it comes to business, taxes, investment, who should you see? CPA. But 99% of the time, you're going to hear people saying an accountant. That's wrong. So every CPA is an accountant. Not every accountant
is a CPA. Wow. People, you heard him coming from the master himself. I like I said, I don't understand accounting terminologies, so he's trying to educate us today. Agam Ali, you're watching from Australia. How are you, buddy? Yeah, thanks for joining us. Yeah, so one question before I have you, go into because I can't even ask the questions. I mean, you're very smart, and I want you to educate us today. What about people from different states? I mean, you are in Connecticut, and if somebody comes from Massachusetts or a company in New York, you can still help them.
Yes, I
state the whole U.S.
Yeah, I handle all the U.S. I have clients overseas.
Oh, wow!
Yeah, I have clients in Ghana. I have clients in Guyana. I have clients in Grenada.
Okay.
So these are companies that do have subsidiaries overseas.
Oh, I see.
So when they have subsidiaries overseas, I handle them too. I'm very well versed in international accounting reporting, U.S. GAAP, so I can convert from international accounting reporting to U.S. GAAP, and I can also convert from U.S. GAAP to international accounting reporting.
Wow. And you are Ghanaian, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What tribe are you, if I may ask?
I'm a Ghanaian.
We are tribalistic down there. So that's what I tell people. Yeah. So people see my last name and are you Ghanaian? No, I'm not Ghanaian. I'm a Ghanaian.
Yeah, I'm a Ghanaian.
I like that question. I like the answer. All right. So tell us some things we don't know. I mean,
it's a lot. In terms of knowing your responsibilities, in terms of knowing what is required of you, we don't know. And that has been one of the biggest problems when it comes to taxes with, minorities living in the U.S. So taxes is a requirement of every individual and any business entity. Our reporting requirements are very rigid, strict, and important. But because we lack the understanding of the requirement of it, we tend to fall victim to anybody out there. I've been in this been in this industry for 24 plus years.
Oh, wow.
And I have seen it all. The people that knows me will tell you I'm a very straight person. I'll tell you what it is. I do not sugarcoat anything. And I always tell clients, I'm only in here to help you. If you think that you can help yourself, you don't need to
come to me.
So when you come to me, don't expect for me to sugarcoat anything. If you expect that, then I'm not the fit for you. I'll tell you what it is. So most people don't know these are what is required of me. So they go out there and they fall victim to all the different promises out there. And sometimes I also said that I blame ourselves. Where are we doing our due diligence?
We have to research.
You have to do your due diligence. Yeah. In this modern era, information is at fingertips.
It's right there.
Go on to Google.
Yep.
Type in information. Find it. Do your research before you encounter any professional. In my instance, if somebody calls me, if a business entity calls me, and they book an appointment, before they come in, I research them. I'll check them up on LinkedIn. I'll do all my due diligence so that I have a better understanding
of who they are.
I think that sometimes because we don't do our research, we tend to ask unnecessary questions. You have to know where you are going to be able to tailor to ask those questions.
Wow.
And I've always been clear. Time to me it's precious.
Yes. Time is money.
I don't have it.
Yep.
So when I have a minute with you, I expect that you come well prepared.
Yep.
We go straight to the point. What I can do and what I cannot do.
Exactly.
I'll let you know. There is no hard feelings in here. We are professionals that are meeting for we to get something accomplished.
Yes, that's true.
I don't have to say things that you want to hear. I just have to solve the problem.
Exactly.
Tell you what it is and how it can be solved.
Yep.
So the number one question that you always will encounter is that, how much can you help me get? I can't help you get anything.
I like that part.
If you come to me with a question like that, immediately I will tell you to get out of my office.
Yep.
I do not help you get anything.
True talk.
Oh, they will call you and said, can you check and tell me how much
I'm going to get?
I will never do that.
I don't know.
Are you going to pay me for that?
Yeah.
I'm not here to check.
Wow.
I'm not here to check. And those are the things that people fall victim to, because they tend to go with that where somebody's going to promise
them they do that a lot.
refund.
Yep.
The bigger refund comes with
Problems, yep.
You have to understand the basic tax codes and rules so that you have a clear understanding of what's going on. So you walk in and you have so many myths. This person said that. Person said
I've heard all that. Yep.
And I ask you, if Joe said it, who is Joe?
Who is Joe? What's his background? What does he do?
What credibility does Joe has to be able to talk about feel that he is not fit to talk about?
Yeah, I got you.
Then you have these, and sometimes because of the culture we come from.
Oh yeah, the culture.
People will take it offended.
Yeah, personal.
Personal.
Yeah.
But it is not. And until now, tell people, I don't go out there looking for clients.
Nope.
Anybody that knows what they're doing, clients find them.
Yep.
So if I don't come out there looking for you and you come looking for me, don't expect that I will roll according to the way you want it to. It will not work that way.
Hold on a second. Wow. Yes. Yeah, people. You heard him, man. Yeah, you heard him. There's a lot of things we don't understand. Hey, Bernard, DJ Junior. Let me know where you're watching from. Are you watching from Connecticut, or I think I heard your name before, but you're probably watching from Connecticut. Nana Kwame, young vibes. You're watching from Accra, Ghana. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks for joining us today. We're getting a lot of information. Ghanaians. I've lived in New York. I live in New Jersey. I've lived in Connecticut. I live in upstate New York. Vibes. And the Ghanaian community. We are ill informed. That's why I brought this professional here to tell us what we need to know. Because this tax season, everybody wants money. But what's your deduction? All that kind of stuff. What did you do on your W-2? All those kind of stuff. And some people will lie to you. Like he said, they'll promise you stuff. He'll let you know. He's not gonna sugarcoat it. So open your eyes, open your ears, and listen, educate yourself. Okay. All right. Yeah, Nana Kwame. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. Mr. Henry. Yeah, it's getting interesting. Because everything you're saying right now, I've experienced it before. I was in the same boat, where I go out there and, and I ask people, I don't do my research. The last time I came to you, told me you have to do your research, you can't just, so I've been a victim too. But that's why you're here today. Right now you're giving us a lot of information, which is very, very beneficial to people watching. Yeah, Kojo Solutions. Yeah, man. Okay. Yeah. So, from what you said, how do you deal with? I won't use the word illiteracy. There are some people that they are in the U.S. and they work in the U.S. but can't even read. So they will be expecting some things, I've heard if you file your taxes, you make more money. And I went to this guy and I didn't make more money. So how do you deal with I mean, some people can read, but it just they don't do their research. But some people they can't even read. And I mean, have you dealt with somebody like that before?
Yes.
Okay.
I deal with all kinds of people, and as I said, every time gives me an opportunity to educate my folks, my own people. So anytime I have the chance or the opportunity to sit, I educate. I am more of the education because the Bible let us know that lack of knowledge, my people perish.
They perish. That's true. Yep.
So we have all different types of people out there. And
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
why we stress in seeking the right professionals that can handle stuff for you. I'll give an example. You are blind yourself, but you go into a blind person. Who's going to lead you? So when you are sick, I ask people, do you just go because you cannot read? You just go to
a doctor?
Anybody to treat you?
You don't go to anybody.
So why
go
do
to
you
a
go
hospital?
Yes. So why do you go to the doctor?
Yep.
Why do you go to
Exactly.
Why don't you go to anybody down the street
Yep.
and say, I'm sick?
Wow.
So you see that sometimes we have to blame ourselves.
Yeah.
Because the way we process things when it comes to law or when it comes to medicine, we don't use the same processes to process when it comes to taxes or our finances. Because I guarantee you, nobody that is sick will go to a CNA.
No, they want a doctor. Not even,
Even if they cannot read and write.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
What was the thinking process in that? The same thinking process in that should be used to apply to all professionals.
Wow.
So you look at the world we live in. 3 professionals you should have. You have to have your doctor.
Yes.
You have to have your attorney.
Yep.
And you have to have your CPA.
Yep. Your CPA, actually. Yeah. Difference between.
You don't have a business, you can have somebody, an accountant, that does taxes on the side, but make sure that they're reputable.
Okay.
That they have an office.
Okay.
When you want them, you can go to the office.
Get them.
You can reach out to them. Because not everybody can afford a CPA.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
CPAs now are not even taking clients. So for me to tell you out there that to go out there, look for a CPA, you will not find it. Go and look at the statistics out there.
Yep.
Only 1% of the CPAs in the United States are blacks.
Wow.
So they do not exist. So if I tell you to go, Joe, go find a CPA in Hartford, you're not going to find a minority like you.
Yep.
Even if you find a minority like you, that minority is not accepting new clients.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's just like in the medical field. If you want to see a specialist, like you want a knee or whatever specialist, it takes about 2 months, 2 to 3 months to get an appointment.
So there are people that are not CPAs that's taxes. They're okay if you just a W-2 person.
Yes.
One W-2.
Yes.
They're okay to do it.
Okay.
But make sure they're reputable.
Yeah, that's what I like about. I mean, because we just hear this guy does taxes and we just go drop our stuff there.
If you get your tax done, 2 things you should verify. Make sure if you paid for it, the person put their name information on the return, checking that you paid me to do
this.
And then I sign it and I give you a copy, that attests to what I did for you.
Okay.
So in the future, if you ever get a problem, you can make a comparison with what was sent to the
IRS and what was given to you.
Gave you. Because some people might give you one thing and they will send something else.
Whoa.
If they're not CPAs.
Whoa.
So
it's getting scary.
It's very important that you get a copy, a signed copy by the tax preparer. That attests that you paid that person to do it.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
Did the return for you.
He's accountable.
And he's accountable for that.
For that, yep.
And have your supporting documents to support the numbers that he had provided on the return. So you will see a lot of people sit on TurboTax and use it to do returns for other people. You paying somebody, they shouldn't be using TurboTax. So when you get a return and it was prepared by, you paid somebody to do it and it's coming from TurboTax, that is a red flag.
Wow.
Because why would I pay you for you to go use TurboTax?
TurboTax, yeah.
I could have done it myself on TurboTax.
Yeah. You know, I used to, now that you said that, I used to do my own taxes years ago, you know, when I was in Michigan, and I screwed up big time. And actually, the IRS, they actually corrected me. They were good enough not to penalize me, but they did correct me. And since then, I've never tried to do my taxes. But some people do their taxes at home. You know, I know some people do. Like now that you mentioned TurboTax, you know, I know some people do. So what do you have to say to them?
If it depends on you as a person. If you are just a one W-2, it's okay.
Okay.
But guess what, though? You are doing something you were not trained to do. You could be missing out
something.
And TurboTax is not free.
You're right. Yeah, that's true.
So why don't I go to somebody that is trained in it for them to do it
and pay them. Well, we try to cut corners.
I sit in the office and then I get a call. And the first question I ask a client, you call me, I'm like, okay. They said, can I ask you a question? And then I asked them, am I your CPA? They say no. I said, what then do you think, what audacity do you think that you can ask me a question?
Exactly, yeah.
If you went to TurboTax, go to TurboTax and ask them. Yeah. If you went to Johnson, go to Johnson and ask them about your return.
Oh, my goodness.
So I tend to
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
When you come to me with a problem from another tax preparer that you didn't do your due diligence.
Yep.
I would charge you 10 times I would have charged you if you had come to me.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and I do that to reinforce the importance of doing the right things and doing the research.
Yep.
And then they'll be like, why? I said, I didn't call you, correct? You called me. And this is my fee. So if I quote you a fee and we don't agree, we don't do it.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you have the liberty to go anywhere you want.
You want.
Then they would say, can you look at it? I said, I will never
No.
look at it. You would have to pay for me to look
at it. That's interesting. Guys, I hope you guys are learning, because I'm learning too. I mean, I've been in the dark for years, and we are happy to have Mr. Henry here to educate us today. I'm going to play just one music, and then we'll come back. Okay. There's a lot, but there's a lot going on. I mean, if you have anybody out there that wants to, you want to listen to this, I mean, just share the Facebook or the YouTube, because this is something everybody has to hear. I mean, not just me, because there's a lot going on, and we have to educate ourselves. I mean, it's ridiculous, you know, the way things are. and the way we think, I mean, just like he said, some people will, I mean, they want to know how much money they're going to get from the IRS, and not thinking about what they did on their W-2 and all that stuff. It's, yeah, that's a problem. But yeah, I'm going to play one music that somebody from Germany wanted to hear, if I can find it. Yes, man. It's called Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit by Maciek Fashek. I can't even pronounce that name. Yeah, man.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
Yeah, man. All of my fans, come to Facebook. Let's have a good time. Yeah, man. And like I said, if you have any questions, you can let me know.
I can see humanity living in harmony. I can see brothers and sisters sharing love together now.
Time around fast, 11:34. No problem. We got the word there. 2 hours. Yeah, man. Yeah, you have to come with that if you have some fun. Let's educate ourselves. Yes, I
Sisters, they must sharing love to get together now. There will be no more sorrow, no more whipping, no more crying.
listen to the words, Anytime we play reggae music, we want you to listen to the words,
No more sorrow,
It's educational.
no more
Yes, man.
no more crying, no more pain. Holy Spirit, take over the world now. 'Cause I am crying. Oh, take all over me.
Yeah, man. We have to watch the music. I can't play the world. Yeah, Facebook now want that. YouTube now want that. We have to play a liquor. Yeah, man. Okay. Back to Mr. Henry. There's a lot of information going
You're
on.
listening to Conscious Vibes.
We've all been in dark, and everything he's saying makes sense to me. It makes perfect sense, So we make a lot of mistakes, and I did some time back. I tried to do my taxes. I was doing for a couple of years, and I screwed up big time. And since then, I swore never to do my taxes again. Yeah. So keep going. That's a lot we're learning today. And most people that I know wanna know how much they're gonna get from the IRS, and they don't even know what they did on their W-2. Okay, so what are some of the things we should watch on our W-2? I mean, we're getting a new year. Last year we're gonna file tax this year. Last year's tax this year, but we're gonna file this year's next year. So what should we go to HR and tell them? I mean,
Yeah, so typically, I advise clients or people that talk to your CPA. 'Cause each person is different. Talk to your CPA, your tax attorney, real agent, or whoever is doing your taxes, so that they can have all the information they will need. So you have people that's going to come in with W-2, with investment accounts, with dividend account. So it is harder to say this is what you should be doing, unless you have all the inputs of the person. So tax tends to be very personal. In tax planning is throughout the year. There's no one generic formula that fits all of us.
Wow.
All of us have different investment portfolios. What we are doing, that will come in at the end of the year. And together you then will pay the taxes. It's critical that, you consult your CPA, your tax attorney, real agent, or whoever is doing, because then they would have more information about you to kind of give you proper tax planning and how much withholding that you should have. The key, proper tax planning, it's when I don't owe at the end of the year and I don't pay.
Hey,
It evens out.
that's where I want to be, and I'm never there.
That it's planning.
You're listening to Conscious
Throughout the year.
Vibes.
It's planning. I have to know about you to be able to tell you what needs to be done so that we can make adjustments here and there.
Yeah, and there.
And every person is
Different.
because we are doing so many different things.
Wow. Yeah, I'm I'm sold. And I'm surely coming to see you because I got 3 W-2s in my family. So hopefully you take me. And I don't want to get into details, but I don't like where I'm at right now. So I got to come see you. And everybody listening, I mean, you heard the man. He really doesn't concentrate on individual taxes, but you can book an appointment and go talk to him, and he'll tell you. I mean, he's right here. And if you have any question, you can send a text. We Ghanaians are not good at that. Anytime I come here, people want to call, and I mean, you can do a voice. What is it called? Voicemail or whatever, what they call it. And then send it to my YouTube account. No, my WhatsApp number, which is 860-374-1095. 860-374-1095. If you have any questions, or whilst you are in Facebook, you can ask me. You can ask him. He's here right now. Don't let him go and then call me and say and then ask me questions that you wanted to ask him. All right. Okay. There's a lot going on. It looks like the majority of people that I know, including myself, we don't know what we're doing.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. But look at it in a perspective of majority of us are immigrants.
Yes.
We came over here, and because of where we come from, the system doesn't work well.
It does. Yeah, that's the problem.
When it comes to taxes, it's non-existent because they will put down what they want to put down.
Yep.
You come in here and it's a totally
You're listening to
different
Conscious Vibes.
concept and ball game. And majority of our parents were not educated well to understand financial stuff.
Yep.
So as a lot of people are growing up, they don't have the opportunity to hear these things. So when you don't have an opportunity to hear and learn these, it's a cumulative of all these.
Yep.
That's going to add up. And once you get older, it's harder then to change.
You're scaring me now.
The mindset, it's different. You pick my children and ask them. They'll be able to tell you the due dates of all the tax returns because I have been educating them. I tell them the responsibility of this. My oldest daughter, I go through with her bank account to reconcile every month what's coming on. So one day I'm at the store and I mistakenly use her card. Immediately within an hour, she sent me a screenshot asking me, "Is this you?"
Wow.
So she's constantly checking and looking at what's coming through And where did she get that from? She got that from
you. Yeah.
So because of that, they would have a better understanding of finance, tax, wealth, and all of that more than majority of their peers. Because your environment will determine a lot of the direction that you
go. Yep.
So you're looking at these problems that we've encountered, that lack of financial literature, we don't know. So it's harder for us than to succeed when it comes to finance.
Yeah. It's very hard. Yeah.
And none of us, anybody
You're
that's
listening to
listening,
Conscious
ask yourself,
Vibes.
if you have a personal CPA, if you don't have a CPA, most of the time you're going to struggle.
Yes.
When it comes to investment, finances, wealth, and all that. I do ask people that say, don't you have a doctor?
Yep.
You go for a yearly checkup.
Yep, yeah, we do. Yep.
And then
6
they will
months.
tell you
Yep.
what you need to do, what you need
Even
to
your
change.
dentist.
Dentist.
Yep.
So what about
Your finances. You see, that's what gets me. Yeah.
What about your finances? No clue. So if you don't have a relationship with the CPA, how are you going to build wealth?
Good question.
How are you going to build wealth?
Good question.
You will not even understand.
I have no idea.
System that can be tailored to build wealth, where we then end up leaving legacies for our children.
Yes, we do.
I ask this stuff. I ask every parent that comes to my office. I said, you have children? He said, yes.
Yes, I do.
And I said, think about it. When your child gets to the age where they can work for internship and they cannot work at your organization, then we have a problem. Because if you have that, you're not building wealth.
Yeah, you're not.
Because the organization that you're working for doesn't belong to you. So when you retire, it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I'm sure. Yeah, I got somebody said, Abruche Hima said, you are very intelligent, and she's hearing something she's never heard before. Yeah, thanks for, thanks for sending the text through WhatsApp. Okay. Yeah, I'm a victim. Trust me.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've had conversations with so many people in my office, and they come in my office and they worry so much about their children going to Ivy League schools.
Yeah.
And I look at them.
Yeah.
I said, look at it. Yes, it's okay.
It's okay. I mean, it's good.
But guess
You don't
what?
have to.
But
You're
guess
listening
what?
to Conscious Vibes.
If you are building wealth, you do not care about your child going to an Ivy League school because you are worried about your child getting to an Ivy League school so that when they get out, they can get a job.
Yeah.
What have you built for that child?
For that child, yeah.
If you've built wealth, the child comes out, he works with you. You build it. You have different business set up. You guide them. You link them to different areas. So without these thinking, then we have a problem.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
And you will overcome these when we consistently engage our CPA.
Yeah.
If you don't have a CPA, go look for one. Build a relationship.
A light just went on in my head like that.
It's not, don't do it like a client practitioner.
Practitioners, okay.
Build a relationship. So you can consistently talk with your CPA because they're in the industry. And even when it comes to CPAs, there are two types.
Okay.
I ask people, when you are sick, would you go to a doctor that works at an emergency or would you go to a doctor that teaches at a college?
I'll go to one that practice, not the one that teaches. Yeah.
So they have some CPAs that works for companies like Coca-Cola, Caterpillar. And
Yep.
they are just working for one company. They don't see the problems of the world.
Of the world.
They
Yep.
don't even do taxes. They don't even know certain things. So you want a CPA, that is what we call in public practice. They work with the public. They encounter all the problems. They've seen it all. And with that, they can help you better.
Wow.
All business owners, I do not care about what anybody says. If you are a business owner, you need to have a CPA.
Wow.
There is no question
about that.
Nobody says, "Oh, I have an MBA. I have
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
need a CPA."
Wow. Henry, I bet. I mean, I don't talk for everybody, but I mean, we are all Ghanaians, and I deal a lot with Ghanaians, and I can tell you, 98% of us have no idea what you're talking about, including me. You know, so we are very happy to have you here today, and yeah, please keep going. People are. Mr. Mohammed Korte, where are you watching from? Let me know, okay? Are you in Connecticut? Are you in a different state? Please let me know. And if you have any questions, you can text it right here, okay? Yeah, the man is here. Roland Sachuma. Yeah, Solutions, Mr. Reggae. Yeah, man. Yeah, big up yourself, yeah. You guys are from Accra, Ghana. Cause Solutions is in Accra, so. All right, if you have any questions, and share, please share. Don't be so share, let other people hear what this smart guy is saying. You know, we are lucky to have him here today. So let's pay attention and listen to what he has to. Okay, it's getting very interesting because right now some light, went on in my head right now. It's like, yeah, I've been wasting a lot of time and money.
No, I don't think I would say that you wasted.
Okay.
You were doing what
I thought was right.
You know. So most people would do what they know or what they've learned from their environment.
Exactly. Yeah, environment plays a big role. Yeah, it plays a big role.
It's going to play a huge role in the actions that you're going to take. So here you are. I tell people, if I go to Ghana and I'm a foreigner and I want to come in and establish and live there, the only way that I can learn is to learn from the people.
From the people, that's true. Yeah.
So if we come in here, we have to also learn from the people that are here. So most of the thoughts that we know when it comes to tax is something that we pick from Ghana. And it's totally two different
things.
And animals. So,
oh, Lord.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
It's a systematic thing, and this has been built on for years.
Yes, yeah.
And with that, it's not easy to even find a light. I'm not going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yes.
If not your persistence, I probably would not have come.
Yes,
I'm a very
I know. I heard that about you.
Very persistent.
Yeah, they were like, how did you get this guy?
Yeah. If not, there was no way.
Thank you.
In my day and time that I would have to come in, around this time of the year. Yeah. So it's important that we have an understanding of things. But it's also clear that we don't do our due diligence. We don't read.
We don't.
Let's engage in those reading. Let's read about things that help us to grow financially. Let's understand some basics of finance.
Accounting,
taxes. Those are critical. Most of the time, you see that the CPA will have more impact on your life than most of the professionals. Why? I'll tell you why. You will do taxes every year. You're going to do a 401k. You're going to do investments. The the CPA is going to review that for you. CPA is going to look at where your investments are.
Yes, yeah.
When I meet a client, I ask them, when do you want to retire? How much do we have in the 401k? How are we going to build a safety nest that once you retire, we have all these passive income coming in that's going to help you support your lifestyle. If you have a child that is in college, we would have to look at the 529 plans. You know, we have to look at the FASA. At what point do we move assets into a trust for you so that you will qualify for Medicaid and Medicaid?
See, I've had 3 children went through college already, and my last born is gonna she's gonna graduate this year. She's in some sort of medical stuff, biology.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
And you know, right now what you're saying kind of hits me, because I've never thought about things you're saying right now, even about my children going to college and what I need to do for the future. You know, I have a 401k investment, you know, and I mean, they send me documents and I just shove it somewhere. I've never opened it before. I don't know what they're doing with my money.
Yeah, so the CPA will holistically look at all that. As we progress in life, we have to start thinking about the aftermath of life.
After life,
We're going to retire.
We will.
How are we going to protect our assets when it comes to Medicaid and Medicare? You know, how are we going to put it in a trust? What type of trust? What are we looking at in terms of, you know, the estate tax? All of that. So everybody is different.
Yes.
That's why I advise that sit with your CPA, your tax attorney, and so that they can holistically look at all these things for you to do proper planning so that things will not come as a surprise.
Interesting. Yes. And I can I can tell you it's gonna, for many people, for many of our people, if I say our people, at least people from Ghana or Africans here in this country, excuse me, because of the lifestyle we lived, you know, in Africa, that we don't push, the government doesn't push taxes, especially when it comes to individuals, you know. So we come here and we bring that lifestyle up here. It's like, why do I have to pay the government? Okay, but then at the end of the year, when they go to file tax, they want money from the government. You know, why didn't I get money? Enough money, you know. So you need to understand, excuse me, some things like you said. And I mean, I'm a victim too. I haven't done enough research at all. I mean, I don't blame myself, but I blame myself.
You know, there's a huge notion out there that there's a lot of education we need to do. A lot of hard conversations that as a community we should have.
Yes.
You have our older generation having thought processes about things that they never had to think wider about it. I have people that will come to me and I'll ask them, I'll look at their return, and their return was not done by somebody in our community. And I said, why? Why not? They said, I don't go to a Ghanaian because I don't want Ghanaians to do all this. Ghanaian did this before and this and all that. So in that instance, I don't want to go. But then I said, why are you calling me?
Exactly. I'm a Ghanaian too.
You don't have to come here. Because then they'll be like, I have a problem. I said, I don't. Then want to sit. You should have a better explanation. For me, then, to help you.
Yes.
Because there have been so many tax problems with people, Ghanaians, filing and this. But guess what? All those stories, when you go and you analyze them, were all done by people that were not CPS.
You're right about it. You're 100% right about it.
And read about all the stories about the Ghanaian, doing the tax at this. Were all done by Ghanaians that were not CPS.
Certified. Wow. And that's the truth. I mean, I know what he's talking about.
So, because you think that everybody that does tax is the same. At the same level.
Yeah.
You see how you concluding something.
Exactly.
And you are wrong.
Yes, absolutely.
If you are and you want to help the community, the same way you persisted for me to come in here and educate the community, which I gave in and I'm doing.
Yes.
You then would also try not give business.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
The people in your community. If you come to me and your tax is not done by a CPA, why go to somebody that's not a Ghanaian or in the community to do it? Why there's a Ghanaian doing taxes that you could have gone to?
Okay.
So at that point, explain to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I understand that you can't find CPA. If you call me today, I don't take clients.
Yes.
So I'm out of the picture.
Yes.
There's not a lot of Ghanaian CPAs around.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Good. If that's the case, then if we don't have a lot of Ghanaians CPAs, but there are Ghanaians that do taxes, that are equally good, like the people you also went to.
Okay.
Why don't then you go to the Ghanaian?
Ghanaian, okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So if you come to me with the notion that I don't go to my people, but then you come in and sit in front of me.
You.
And then what do you
It's an
think
insult.
I think of you?
That's an insult,
It's an insult.
Yeah.
And you also expect for me then to give you my professional advice so that then you can walk away. That doesn't work like that.
Yeah, our people, we take things for granted, and that's why we educate ourselves.
It's important that you respect professionals.
Yes.
And they will then also treat you with respect.
Yeah.
Come proper. And I will give to you proper service.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
If you come with those notions, with the thinking that I'm just a tax preparer down the road, I will walk you out of the office.
Yes, because you're not. You are way above that.
Not even that. The question I always ask people, did I come to you? Did I come?
No, you didn't. You came to me.
You came to me. And most times, you're going to come to my office.
Yeah.
I'm never going to come to your office.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful when you come into my office and I'm giving you time, what you're going to be saying about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You're listening to Conscious
Come into my
Vibes.
office and he will ask me, do you know how to do taxes?
He asked.
Yeah.
So what did he find about you before coming to you?
No, I told him to get out of the office and leave. He was like, why?
I bet he's a Ghanaian.
I'm a CPA.
Yeah.
I've been practicing more than 20 plus years experience.
Yes.
Came in the office, said CPA. You cannot go to a doctor and have the audacity to ask the doctor this.
That's what I was going to say.
Because I'm a Ghanaian means that
you can just come and disrespect it.
And actually, those type of questions are very uncalled for. Yeah. If anything, do your due diligence.
Yep.
I'm a public figure. Go online.
Yeah, check me out.
Cut those types of things out.
Yep.
And then you come in. I'm willing then to sit with you, get your problem, guide you to the direction where you can get help, and then you get it. I find it very respectful and it's honestly to us sometimes the way we approach things.
Yeah. It's like one of my guys say, it's a mentality. you know, the mentality of a lot of Africans, and I'm from Ghana, so I'll talk about Ghana. You know, they take things for granted, just like you said. And if I go to my doctor, and even my dietitian, she was here last week. Yeah, she just I sent the thing to him and to her, and she's watching it. Bridget, yeah, thanks for showing up last week. Yeah, a lot of people enjoyed it. All right, so yeah, so if I go to my doctor, I mean, they do the blood work and they understand what is going on inside me. So I just sit there and look at them. They explain things to me. If I have a question, I ask a question like I'm asking a doctor a question. See, so they respect me, you know, and they love working with me, you know, because I mean we understand each other. I'm the patient, he's the doctor, you know. So we sit down and with respect, you know, I ask some questions, you know, but the culture in Africa, you know, especially somebody older than you, a Ghanaian older than you will come to your office and he'll see you like his small nephew or little brother and start talking like over you and all that stuff. And I mean, you can take that. I mean, it's.
I take it. You know, I've always said that it gives me the opportunity to engage in conversation.
Okay.
And
correct them.
No, educative. Typically, sometimes the way I will ask you something, once you think about it, you're gonna say, "You really told me something." Mm-hmm. You know, so that's how I tend to talk. I talk a lot in parables to you. Okay. You're gonna ask something, and then I throw something at you. You know, because then they will realize that they're making a fool out of themselves.
Yes, at themselves.
You know, they will talk about something, and then I'll ask them. I said, "So what is this?" And they're clueless. And I said,
"Wow,
if that's the case, you shouldn't
talk about it at all."
I have instances where I have problem with some people, and I'm telling you, look, not because you have a degree, you're a doctor in this, you have an MBA, you know, you have a master's, and means that you know that field.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
No.
It doesn't mean you know.
No. No, it's you just have degree.
Okay, yeah. I think I get that, yeah.
So I will tell people, you come, you say, "Oh, I have an MBA." I say, "Okay, good." Uh-huh. If you are good in a field, okay, what do people do? They take the exams in that field.
Yes. Yep.
So when you are talking in a field that's specified by specialization, degrees don't work.
Don't work there.
No.
Nope.
You are wrong. Not because you have an MBA makes you think that you know taxes.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
You take the CC exams.
Okay. Now I see what you're talking.
You know, so we tend to have our educated folks even confusing our people more.
Okay.
You have somebody
that's interesting.
I have an MBA, but you have an immigration filing. I can do it for you.
Oh yeah, I've heard that a lot. Yeah.
Is that your field?
Some do passports and stuff.
No, but is that your field?
No.
Let them go to an immigration attorney.
A specialist.
You can do it for your family, your mom, your sister. That's okay.
That's okay. Yeah.
The people, why are you taking it on? That's not your field. Not because you have an MBA means you can do everything. Wow,
people. You're hearing from the horse's mouth, okay? There's a lot going on in our communities, and I mean,
so these things don't help because sometimes I said, you talk and I look at you, and I look at you, and I'm looking at you, and I ask you, and I ask my head, as you talking, I go into Google and LinkedIn, and I search you.
Yes.
And you telling me you have all these, and you've not even created one thing that will help somebody find a job. But you were talking.
Yeah. I say that a lot. I mean, the barber that I go to right now, it's called Alexio Barber on big up Alexio. They are on Main Street. And the reason why I go to them is they have an app. So you go in there, you click on the app, and you see all the barbers and then the styles. I mean, wherever they cut their hair, how it looked like, they got the photos and everything. And then you pick one, and then there's a schedule there, then you schedule time, day, everything. So you don't make any phone calls. You go and he's sitting there for you, ready. You're not gonna go there and sit in line or anything, So they made it easy for me, So I go there, and some Ghanaians don't understand why I'm going to some a Puerto Rican shop instead of a Ghanaian shop. They made it.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
They know what they're doing, so I go. I'm not saying Ghanaians don't cut hair good. I mean, we have some good barbers, but these guys made it easy for me, and they are as good as some of our people, So experience, and then first experience counts. Just like you said, if you have whatever. I mean, there's probably some CPAs that you won't advise some people to go see. I mean, and there are some doctors. I've gone through doctors. I go there and I listen to you and I see how you process stuff. And if I don't like it, I switch.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
and that's the same. it comes to all your relationship,
yeah.
And you doing your due diligence. Mm-hmm. I will not tell anybody to go to this specific CPA. I rather will tell you, have an appointment, go in,
go talk to
them, see the vibe and this and that, because I cannot attest to somebody's work that I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But the only thing that I can do is I can point you to the directions where, if you have this problem, these are the type of people that you should be looking to help. I will not tell you to come to me. I'll tell you, go to Google. Mm-hmm. You have a problem, tax problem. Mm-hmm. Type in CPA close to me. Whatever you want, find one, go sit with them, pay for the consultation, and then let them take it from there. My message is to guide the people, our people, to the direction where they will see the light and revelation. When you get there, it's on you to do your due diligence.
Yep. Because one time back, I was looking for when I started this. I do it for fun. I don't make any money out of it. Nobody supports me, but I just do it for fun. So smart people like you can come in and talk to our community. And I was looking to file for a 501, I think it's C.
501c3.
Yeah, and somebody, a friend of mine, told me, go see Henry. That's when I called you about, I think last year. I called you sometime back here. And then you were asking me questions. It was like, why do you need it? And what are you doing it for? But I'm like, I got to come see you, So at times it's good, like you said, to point people to the right, the right people, even though we won't get anything out of it, any money or anything out of it. But I mean, we are all educating ourselves. Yeah. Just like you said, some people, they do passports and other stuff, and they're not. That's not their job, but they do.
Education is important.
Yeah, so it's very important, and we have to do our research too. That's 90% of it.
Yes.
Then you know who you walk into. Yeah, like if I'm trying to find a new doctor, first location, I don't want to drive far, and then second, I check him out, and you go to LinkedIn. You can check them out there, and somehow even on Google, you can see the comments people have about them, that stuff, So that's that. Yeah, man. Time around 5, 12. Whoa. We have to go play the Larrys, 12 p.m. We got Mr. Larry here, and we keep going to 1 o'clock. I hope so. Yeah, I'm going to play one more music, and then we'll come back. Yeah, man. It's our reggae time, yeah. Yeah, me love reggae music, you know. Yes, yeah, man. Come on. What did I do here? This is Black Uhuru. Roots.
There's a gal that lives next door.
God next door. Good reggae music. Yes, I am.
Neighborhood, she gets me down. She gets in so late at night. Always a fun
Agamali Wagwan. DJ Safwa Wagwan. DJ Junior.
all through the night.
Nana Kwame. Mohammed. Yeah, army fans around Africa, in the United States. It doesn't matter where you are. All over the world. Jamie, come to Facebook. Let's have a good time. Yes, I am. Big up.
I've got to take my family. We'll find a quiet place.
Yeah, man. That was God next door. Shantytown.
Busy signal, sugar right and run crystal.
Sugar Ray alongside the Fireball. Bad combination. 007. Yeah, man. Yeah, we have to go talk to them, man. Yeah, not chance, why? You don't get these chances. You know, we got a very smart guy here, and there's a lot that I've heard that. I mean, a big light bulb just went on in my head, you know, because I've been blinding myself, you know, and like I said, I've wasted a lot, and today I put a barrier, and then I'll go talk to him, you know, yeah. But he's here. If you have any questions, guys, don't just sit there, you know, and then ask me later. Roland. Yeah, if you have any questions, especially if you're living in the U.S., you know, he's abroad too, everywhere, you know. So no matter where you're watching from, you can text me your question. 860-374-1095. Or you can, right now you can text it to Facebook. And then, we'll talk about it. Yeah, Mr. Henry.
Yes.
You've educated me. I would say us. I would say me, because there's a lot that I didn't know, and now I know. So what else do you have to teach us? I mean, you're the expert. I mean, I can't even ask you any question, because some things you're talking about I didn't even prepare for that. But I'm hearing out of you.
So, as I said, most of the specific tax cannot be addressed because everybody
is different. Uh-huh.
You know,
You're listening to Conscious
you're looking for
Vibes.
type of refund or anything. You want to talk to, your CPA tax attorney, enroll agent, or the accountant that's been doing your taxes.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be more equipped and more knowledgeable with your situation to do proper tax planning throughout the year.
Yeah.
You know, couple of things that you want to pay attention and understand in terms of taxes is that there's no money out there that's being given to people. You know, taxes, depending on your income level,
Yep.
you might qualify for certain, credits, certain deductions, and all of that. If you have business, you can take advantage of Section 179. You can take advantage of the qualified income deductions and all of that. The listeners that do have businesses, I highly recommend that got to talk to a CPA, because there's so many things that in business that you have to do. A lot of requirements, filing requirements, annual reports, payroll reports, the 940s, the 940, the 1096, the 1099, the definition of what constitutes an independent contractor, you know, all of that, you know, a CPA, it's more equipped to handle that than the average accountant. And most importantly, a CPA that also in public, not a CPA that has a gig on the side. They can do it, but depending on how complex
the situation,
you know, your business is, I recommend getting somebody that consistently doing it, is in public, he has other clientele, so he's seen that experience. You know, there's opportunities that's going to come. You got, you know, the grant programs, you got the loan programs, you know, you get the, you know, the PPP, the ERC, you know, we have to go in a manual return. So the person equipped, it's the, you know, the certified public accountant, you know, that has to be handling that. If you choose to,
you're listening to Conscious Vibes.
That's okay, as long as they know what they do.
What they're doing.
And one of the things that, you know, in my experience, I would advise people, when you have businesses, keep your spouses and your family members away from doing the bookkeeping and all of that. They tend to mess. You might think that they're saving you money, but we tend to see a lot of mistakes. You know, with that. Yes, they might have the training, but you want a third person, neutral, to handle those better for you. You know, from my experience, it tends to be better. You know, might have wife or husband having a business. Oh, my husband has an MBA. Yeah, he has an MBA doesn't mean that they will understand.
You understand it,
You know, as an MBA doesn't mean that they can reconcile bank statements. I tell people, degrees and certifications are totally different ballgame. And let's do more education on ourselves. Educate ourselves well. Get the right relationships. You know, build your core. You know, not just anybody that you're going to take information from. You know, they can talk, but, you know, quiz yourself and said, you know, hey, you know, I've seen people will talk, you know, and they talk. And I'm like, okay, you have all these knowledge in your head. All this, but what have you done? Not done anything. You just accumulated a whole bunch of degrees. You know, the word is not about degrees.
See, one thing that's scaring people is it's the cost, you know, to afford a CPA. You know, I don't know the cost, but we have a perception that these guys are very expensive.
Yeah, I'll tell you why.
Okay, go ahead.
You got to look at the value. Don't look at, if you go into something, I always tell people, we have different types
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
We have Toyota,
Yep.
a Honda, we have a Mercedes,
BMWs,
we have a Range Rover. Okay. When you get those luxury cars, when you drive them,
you feel good.
You feel good.
Yeah.
So you're going to a CPA not just to crunch the numbers. No. You're going to a CPA for the value and the credibility. You know, so here you come to me. You know, I have about 800 individual clients, 300 business clients.
Wow.
Tell me what problem I have not seen.
Seen it all.
I have seen it all.
Yeah.
Tell me what industry that I cannot tell you how much they're making.
Exactly.
So you will then be able to tap into my experience. So when you sit with me and you want to engage yourself in a business or you have a problem, I have had so many conversations with other people. So I will be able to quiz you better. Why this? Why that? Have you looked at this? Have you looked at this? So you will then leave the office with more questions and more things to look at.
Okay.
before you engage. I had a conversation with people that will come into the office and they want to open up a restaurant. And I asked them, so tell me, when was the last time you and your family went out to sit at a restaurant and eat? They said, we've never done it. So if you have not done it, you want to save money.
Yeah.
What makes you think that when you open one, somebody else is going to
come and spend their money there?
So that means your understanding of what a business is, it's wrong.
Yes.
So here you come in, a CPA is a value.
Yes. Yep.
You present in the paper that said it was reviewed by a CPA. The credibility is high. So you coming in for value.
Yes.
Not just for me to crank the numbers. In my expertise and my advice in all the problems that I have seen. Because I have all these
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
and they sit and talk to me. So when they sit and they talk to me, they are educating me.
Yeah.
So I'm accumulating all this knowledge in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So when you bring something, indirectly, I'm telling you stuff that I have
Seen before.
So I have an insider information. So it's if you want to look at price, then you are not ready. You are not fit for the CPA. Because to find out what the CPAs are charging, you can go online. You're going to see, the average CPA will charge like $400 an hour to $1,200 an hour.
Wow.
It's out there. You can see all the big CPA firms out there. PwC, KPMG, Pricewaterhouse.
Yep.
Deloitte and Touche. You have the regional firms. All of them out there. You want to see it. It's public figure. So have your expectation and say that, okay, can I afford it? But look more on the value.
The value.
What sometimes people will then would do it that, they will come and say, oh, this CPA charges, $300 an hour. So I said, but that's CPA.
Yeah, that's CPA, yeah. You have to understand.
Go question them.
It's like taking your Mercedes or your Range Rover to the shop,
Don't
it's not
question my price. If it's not a fit, I tell people, we have to have an equilibrium.
Yes, we do.
You're coming in for me to provide a service.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm also have to compensate it for the service that I'm going to provide. So if we don't meet, nothing can be done.
It's not going to work.
So purely, don't question professionals. You have the liberty to check
Before you come in,
Anybody that's good and know their value, they don't back down on their price.
Oh, yeah, of course,
You look in life. Anybody.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
Anybody that knows their value, there's no true question about their price.
Yeah, somebody like Michael Jackson, when he was alive, he didn't negotiate. I mean, either you have him or you don't. You know,
so yes, the CPA is expensive because that's the profession.
Yes.
The CPA get more hourly than the doctor.
You're right.
That's in the US.
That's true. Yep.
Yes, but you can't question it.
No, you can't. It's out there.
So if that's the rate, CPA is going to go by the rate.
Gotcha.
So look more or less, as I said, the value in the credibility, because sometimes you go way cheaper, it will end up costing you more. And cut your quote according to your size. Look at what you can afford and look at the type of professions that are going to be a good fit for you. One thing that we forget is time is critical for us. Yeah. In a sense that if I do not touch your business, your books, please don't call me for me to look at it. No, if not, make an appointment for consultation. Pay for the time, and then I can look at it, and I can advise you. When we have these things clear in our mind, we don't feel like we've been disrespected.
Exactly. Yep. And you can book for consultation online, right? On your website or
right now it's tough even for me to take
any
consultation. It's a busy time. We got payroll, go out of tax return. But you can book appointments, and most times I will respond immediately to ask you what your problem is.
Okay.
So that I can say you don't need to come in for this.
Okay.
You got to look at this way and get it solved here. Quick one. Good. If it's more or detailed, then I can come in, or we can do a Zoom, and then book you for an hour, and then I charge you for that and get it right. But because of where we come from in terms of Ghana, we don't have that understanding.
We don't
of consultation and paying for it.
We don't.
They think that you can sit with me, and then after that, I get up and I leave.
And I leave. No.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
The office is in downtown.
Oh yeah.
Pay rent.
Yes, it's very nice office. I've been there. It's very nice.
The time that you came in, I have to stop working.
Whatever you're doing,
to kind of understand your problem. So you should understand that. If the CPA then tells you that I'm going to waive it for you, then he or she will waive it, but to be willing.
To chip in,
to pay for that, and then that could tell the CPA, you just keep it. It just was a quick one, and I'm gonna let you go. So those are the things, more education, on our side. You get, by law, we are required to keep copies of our taxes, for 3 years. Make sure you keep it for at least 5 years.
5 years.
The copy of the return plus all the documents. And whoever did the return, make sure they give you a signed copy that they signed. That attests to that number is what they're going to send to the Internal Revenue. And also, if you paid them to do it, they should put their name as a paid, not a self-prepared. Anytime you see self-prepared, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag, right?
Yeah. So you want to look at all those things. Yeah.
Well, guys, I guess we all have to we have to bite the bullet, and then
you see a lot of people don't even open the taxes.
No. They just want to know how much they get.
And that's wrong, because remember, I could make a mistake with the name. I could make a mistake with
the social security number.
Yeah. So the basic stuff. You can then verify for me, your name, whether you're married, whether you're single, whether you're head of a household. We
got to go over all that.
Yeah, just basic stuff to make sure my kids, everybody
in there.
Yes, and then, you then will sign your 8879 authorizing the CPO, the tax preparer, to then send it. So at least, we're all doing our little checks and balances.
Well, one question though, when somebody does your taxes, I guess when they tell you they're done, so come and sign or whatever, that it's sent to the IRS already, right?
No,
it's not. So you can seek for a second opinion.
No,
you can't do that.
No, so the only time a person can send it, it's when you've signed form we call 8879.
8879.
So when you sign the 8879, that attests to the fact that you've seen a copy of it, and then you can send it. Seeking a second opinion, you're looking at your return. You're only like a 1W2.
Yeah.
What second opinion are you seeking?
Yeah, not much.
Not much.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So seeking a second opinion is not the proper way. And as I said, find the right people. If you find the right people that will do the return for you, seeking a second opinion is going to be limited.
Yeah. That's my point.
Yeah, but if you're a basic W2, if you bring a return for me to even do it, I will not do it. Because I asked you, I said, do you have investment? You say no. Do you have any passive income coming? You said no. You know, do you have stocks? You said no. Do you have crypto trading? You say no. I said no. I don't have time to review a second opinion for you. It's a straight up W2. If the person is a CPO, will train in it, you should have picked it up.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to seek a second opinion from me, and I'm going to charge you, and the person is going to charge you, then what was the need of, in the first place, going to the person?
Talking about stocks, I in the what year, 2008, when the economy kind of went, nosedive. I used to live in Michigan. I used to work for a company called Stryker Instruments. We design medical instruments. I was in kyphoplasty, the backbone, anything happening in the backbone. I'm not a doctor, but I can fix it, So, because we design the stuff and we teach the doctors how to use it, So basically, you know how to use the instrument. But 2008, the economy went down, and I lost a lot of stock, a lot of money in stocks. And from there, I've never touched it again. I refuse to touch stocks. Am I wrong?
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
Because you clearly did not understand how the financial market operates.
I didn't.
So here we are. And that's why I tell people, talk to your CPS, your financial planner, so that I can then know how many years you have. Mm-hmm. What are the type of investments that you get into? Okay. So that I can bring them to your attention. So looking at your age, I can tell you, let's stay away from these types of stocks. Let's go into more mutual funds that are lower rates but secure, because you don't have enough time to retire to play around it. So financial planning, it's also important. And if you have a CPA, you have both combined. Have a CPA, you don't have to. You have both your financial planning being done by the CPA. You have both your accounting taxes being done, so he can know all the tax implications. He can advise you in terms of the different, investments. So if you're looking at stocks and going in and thinking that there's no risk of losing, that's not a fit for you. You just do not understand the market. You have to have a clear understanding of market. You have to know your risk and all of the. You have to know the different investment instruments that is going to come in. You also have to know what portion of my portfolio or my income it's coming from earned income, or is it coming from passive income, or is it coming from dividends, and how do I control it? And what does the future looks like when I retire? How much investment is going to be pulling from? So I give people a typical example. Let's go back home. Let's go back home to Ghana. In those days, wherever we grew up, look at all the rich people at that time that had money. Once they got old, the money's gone.
It's gone.
Okay, I tell you,
houses and everything is just old.
The reason is this: 95% of what much they were earning is what
you're listening to. Conscious Vibes.
Earned income. It's you going out there to work.
Yes.
As you get older, if your portfolio of income has more than 50% coming from earned income, we have a problem. You got to diversify portfolio, because as you get older and your strength decreases, we have to push more of the passive income that's going to come in.
Interesting.
Wealth is built.
Yes.
Even when you sleep, you make money.
Yeah. By the minute, by the second, by
so where are we getting all this education from? It's most likely going to get it from your CPA. Financial. Now, sometimes there's information out there, YouTube, but not all of it is applicable and works properly. So get these professionals, build relationships with them, and leverage through that. Not my yearly tax shouldn't be just a drop off the tax. There's a lot that needs to be accounted for. There's a lot that needs to be factored in. I'm going to get old. I might have these assets. Whatever I trust, What about my, estate taxes? What about my gift taxes? What about how am I going to tap into Medicaid so that they don't have access to this? All those things has to be addressed as we get.
Wow. So is it ever too late?
It's never too late.
Okay.
Never too late. Life is never too late.
Okay.
It's I see people and I say, how bad do you want something? If you want it as bad, go out and seek.
Yes.
The Bible let us know. Say, knock and it shall be.
Shall be open.
And it shall be given.
Yep. Shall be given.
So change our mindset. It all starts from the mindset.
Wow.
From the mindset.
Guys, you hear this from the master.
If the mindset is still the same,
yes,
you will not see progress.
we're done. Yeah, and it is still the same. I mean, it's a lot of people.
I have this attorney client, a female Ghanaian girl. She called me a whole attorney. Her dad is the one doing her taxes and keeping records. So they were looking for records and they couldn't find it. Why are you an older person? Look, educate our children. Take them to where we can hand stuff that they will know.
No.
So when we are not there, they can do it.
Do it.
Not hold their hands throughout. There is a stage.
Yeah, you got to let go.
And most times I ask them, I say, go back. Our mothers were getting married at 18.
Yeah. Having
So
babies.
why at 23, you're still holding your daughter's
Your daughter,
hand?
yeah.
You're still holding your sons. You not help them. As a matter of fact, you are doing them no justice.
So one question too: if let's say if I wanna come talk, I mean I have three W-2s in my family, and do we have to make an appointment separately or?
Remember, sometimes depending on it, privacy is important in our profession.
Yeah,
not
you're right.
because he's your son or daughter.
So you want to know
everything
about
what they do.
Okay.
So typically, we highly recommend because then they want to talk one-on-one that they want dad and mom,
privacy.
So you want to keep them separate. Think about it also. Now we are in a digital world. We don't have to sit. Everything can be done remotely.
Yeah.
You can set up Zoom.
Yeah.
You can email all documents to the site. So the world we live in, it's made
easier.
Easier.
Yeah.
Information is at fingertips. Reaching out to people and all of that. Yeah.
So talking about that, I mean, you work with all people of different backgrounds, different races. At times, I think, I may be wrong, but I think, we came from Africa and the Americans are here, and I think they know the system more than we do. We have to come and learn.
Where the Americans are coming from.
Okay. So
when you talk about the system, it's well known by the Caucasians. The whites are well equipped. They're good at it because their parents had businesses. And because their parents had business relationships, they easily know what a CPA is. They easily know what's an attorney.
Yeah.
They easily know the right professional to reach out.
Yeah, we don't.
Yes, we don't. So
You're
when we
listening
look
to
at
Conscious
the
Vibes.
minority population, we don't know it. 96% of us don't even know what a CPA is.
That's true. I didn't.
But ask, the white population, in more than 60% will know what it is.
Wow.
Yeah. So through my experience, 95% of black minority businesses will fail, and it's a fact. 98% of minority businesses are not run properly, and it's a fact. So there's a lot of systematic thing that has, been built, and we just don't pass on wealth.
We don't.
Yeah.
And I've seen people that they invest in Ghana. If I say they invest in Ghana, not money market or anything, it's like they'll build a house and buy a car and go live in Ghana. And eventually they will have to rent the house out because they don't have any income coming. You know, whatever money they saved, they used it to build a house in Ghana. You know, although they live here.
Yeah, that's becomes a problem because that means they're not engaging in your CPA. Because most of the time, I will run numbers with them. I will let you create an Excel sheet, and I said, let's do a return on investment.
Wow.
So we're going to do a return on investment. We're going to look at the headaches, the risk. We're going to factor in and give all of those a rate. And we're going to multiply it. So sometimes by the time we do that analysis, comparing to that investment here and here, and here was better than that. But they didn't know.
Yeah.
And the information they get is that the number one thing is I don't have to pay taxes. But guess what? Look, when you pay tax in your business, you have tremendous opportunities to borrow. SBA was created because
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
to borrow from SBA, it's big for you. 2 years ago, SBA was given a loan that an interest rate was 3.75. You know, they were giving, a loan. People were getting $2 million at 3.75. Let's say I get a 3.75 that I have to pay interest on. Get the loan. I use it. I get into real estate, and then I'm getting a return of, let's say, 15% or 16%. If I subtract 3.75 from 15%, how much do I make? I make 11%.
Yeah.
That's not my money. It's not my money. I'm able to service the loan and still make
money.
Yes. So these are all the things that we will not know unless we have the right professional.
That's true.
So paying tax, it's not wrong because the system here, it's so tied to our taxes that, especially the business owners, you want to show something so that you can be able to tap into the system.
Wow. Roland, you're watching from Nigeria. Wow, interesting. I hope you're learning something because I'm learning a whole lot today. Trust me. I'm learning a whole lot. Sibo, are you watching from London? Yeah, how's London? How's the weather? Yeah, Rasengambe, you're watching from Zambia. Yeah, man. Yeah, big up yourself, man. And Patience, yeah, you're watching from Germany, Nuremberg. Okay, wow. We got 15 more minutes. I'm wearing him out, but I still want him to talk because there's a lot. Everything he said, I had no idea. I mean, I got to go see him. $1,000 an hour, I'll pay. No, I won't pay. Because since I left the stock, so I had stock through my employer, and I was doing pretty good. I got to a point where it split, and I was like, "Whoa, okay." Then it went down, and then the government supported the auto industry. So something told me to buy at least $1,000 stock of Ford company. And my mind was divided. It's like, you just lost this money, you're going to invest. Something was telling me, and I just stopped. And then now look at Ford.
Yeah. You also we have the sense of fear in us.
Yes, we do. I do.
Yes. When it comes to finances and stuff, if you have too much fear, it's going to go against you. One thing that you must have a little bit of education.
Yes. Without the education comes the fear. I think so. Even the Bible says, Bible doesn't, it doesn't. If you are somebody that's scared, it talks against that.
So educate yourself more. Read, engage professionals more. Talk, have a relationship, because then you can sometimes have you know, their professional opinion about certain things.
Yeah.
And then you can look at it more and see, okay, this way, let me make a calculated risk or not. So you have all those factors, you know. But understanding the simple dynamics of stocks is important. You know, it's not guaranteed.
It's not. No, it's not. And, you know, I knew it wasn't, but I didn't have in-depth understanding of
that's why you're going to have a diversified portfolio. So you have different, you know, streams that's going to come together and make a total for you. So I'm not going to go in and invest 100% of what I have into stocks. The possibility of losing it, it's high. You know, depending on my age, you know, I might going for, let's say, you know, 10-15%. I'm going for more mutual funds.
Okay.
And treasury bills a little bit because it's more secure. You know, and do other stuff. So it's a collective of different things, and each individual is different.
It's different, yeah. It's not one size fits all. And you know what hurts me is my Caucasian counterparts. They're back on their feet. I mean, in Michigan, some of them are millionaires. You know, when I quit,
You're listening to Conscious
they
Vibes.
went back in there, and I didn't. One guy lost like 3 times what I lost, and he was like, "Why are you crying?" I'm not crying. Why are you crying? Yeah. You know, but they went back in there and they're doing really, really good. I can't even call them.
It's the understanding, it's the education that they have.
Yes, I didn't have that education.
The system is cynical, and what's happening to them might have happened before. Okay. There's a lot of experience that has gone through, and the people that has transpired in it, and the people that have been in it. So by more connecting with people, more education, you know, professionals, you would then will be able to see a better outcome in terms of everything that we tend to do.
So people, let's educate ourselves. We got 11 more minutes. I'll play some music so you can relax a little bit. I've been wearing my out, but we got to educate ourselves. We got to do research. You know, even our history, our culture, we don't even know. You know, and I've seen Caucasians come to Africa and they tell us who we were. You know, because they did their research for us, and we don't even. There's a lot that's missing because we don't research. You know, and that's a problem. You know. Yeah, man, beat goes on to 1 o'clock. Yes, man. Whole lot of information. Yes, pressure drop. Dukes of Roots. Alongside Tyrus Riley. Yeah, man, true talk, we have to educate ourselves, you know. Yeah, man, we don't have to do that. Oh, let me fans, we have to. Oh, go online, check things out. YouTube, whatever. You got a smartphone, yeah? Do research. I'm educated, but I was uneducated. Now I feel so stupid. There's a lot of things I didn't know. Yeah, man. I'm not sure you might say yes, indeed, pressure drop. Yes, man. Pick up yourself and press. Pressure drop.
Oh yeah, pressure's gonna drop on you. And I said, when it drop, you're gonna feel it. Oh, you want to feel it. When it drop.
Yeah, man, 9 more minutes to go. 8 more minutes. No problem. Everything is everything. Yes, same time next week. 11 to 1 o'clock. Yeah, we'll keep bringing smart people here. Yeah, Ghanaians, we got some smart people. Yeah, you have to know. Rasta. Okay, okay. I've worn you out too much. Yeah, I mean, everything you said makes so much sense. I've been in the dark, and and the thing is, I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know where to go, and I didn't know who to ask. You know, when I was in Michigan, I mean, the neighborhood I lived in and the people that I work with, yes, still they're predominantly Caucasian. You know, anytime I start talking to them, you know, they had some information that I didn't have. You know, and they talk about things that, you know. So at times I felt shy that I'm in their same level. I mean, they are fellow engineers, and they know this kind of stuff, and I'm like, what are they talking about? So at times I felt shy to go up front and ask them, what are you talking about? So what should I do? What did you do that I should do? You know, 'cause these guys are right now, they're doing good. Yeah. You know, but I dropped the ball out of fear.
And it's, you know, I've said it. It's not something that you could have done anything about it. You know, you have to look at your background.
Yes.
So when we have a problem like that, you gotta have to sit.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
Where the problem started and why did I get here? So I have to fix the problem so that when my offsprings reach that stage in life, they're not gonna.
Yes, exactly.
Be that awkward.
Yeah.
That. So yours was because of lack of knowing certain things.
Yes.
So the point you have to then start to teach and engage your children in the financial sector. It's important that we start at a younger age for them to understand it. If not, find clubs, find this that can help them understand it as they are growing. If we do that, they will know it and come back and correct our thinking for us.
Yes.
But we have a problem. We cannot figure out what caused it and why we are at that stage.
Yeah, cause and effect.
Yes. So you gotta find it, and go fix it so that in future it
balances out.
It balances out.
Wow.
Now, each one of us have it. We all. If let me, I give an example. Let's say we all have to know our weaknesses.
Yes, we do.
You know, in business, any business that's going to start, we have something we call SWOT analysis. So I'm a pastor. Let's say I'm a pastor. But my weakness is woman.
Yes.
If I'm a pastor, my weakness is women. That means I don't have to be, in conference alone with women.
With women.
It's my weakness.
Yep.
So you have to find it, and start fixing it. I wouldn't know. You will know.
Yes.
Whatever it is, there is a solution. And it has to come from you.
Yeah, it does.
I am just a messenger.
Yep.
You would have to apply it and make the change. I cannot change it for you.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
If
It's so true. It's so true.
If you want to be successful, but
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
What do you think I can do for you?
Nope.
You know, so there's certain things that we ourselves have to blame ourselves for that. You know, not necessarily, you know, you're going to think about, people always say that we never have that opportunity. Yeah, it is there, but even, let's say, we, the people in the community, we are going out there looking for a service that's being provided by one of our own. I think that to build a business among them, sometimes you find the right people, work with them, let them understand it. I had a particular instance where a client was deceased, a business client, and no one had access to the bank accounts except me.
Oh, wow.
So his brother had his own CPA.
Okay.
The brother had his own CPA.
Okay.
But when the brother was going through his hashtag and he saw it was me, the brother did not take it to his CPA.
Wow.
He called me.
Wow.
And he said, this is what happened. So because you have been handling it, you know all the information. So you're going to continue till we close it.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that is what I call basic common sense.
Common sense. Yeah, that's true.
You know, he realized that this. So he came to me and I helped him, you know, with the estate, you know, with all the filing in all of that. So there are people that understand what the process is. And there's a lot of us, especially from the minority populace, that we don't have that.
We don't.
We don't have it. You will see that it drastically it affects the decisions we make.
Yes, it does. And I've been a victim, so I know what I'm talking about. Hey, people, it's 1:00, so we're gonna call it a day. You know,
You're listening to Conscious
thank you
Vibes.
very much for stopping by. We've learned a lot. I've learned a lot, and this on YouTube, it's on Facebook, and I'm sure Ghanaians. I mean, I'll say Ghanaians because I'm from Ghana, but whole Africa. If you're from Africa, if you live in America, you know, or even if you don't live in America here, if you live in a different, continent or whatever, this information is very, very crucial, and we all have to learn something from it. You know, I learned the hard way. I mean, I dropped the ball in the middle of whatever, you know, because I didn't have the, I was scared, you know, to go in and do it again and fail, you know, but I didn't have the information, you know, so I kind of felt a victim, you know, but yeah. So, hey, next week, same time, you know, from 11 to 1:00. Yeah, big thank you to Mr. Henry for spending this time here. 2 hours. My goodness, $1,000 an hour. He spent $2,000 here without charging us. Come on, people, we have to pay something. Yeah, man. See you time next week. Yeah, man. Big up yourself, people. Enough respect.
When it's hard, you're gonna